Welcome back. Depending on your taste, you may be pleased or appalled to hear that the Belgian customs authorities destroyed over 2,000 cans of Miller High Life beer this week. The company uses the slogan, "the champagne of beers," to promote its product. And the word champagne is protected under law as applying only to beverages produced in the Champagne region. The same protection is granted to Scotch whisky, Stilton cheese and Welsh leeks. Geographical indicators are designed to guarantee the true origin of a product. The product's quality, reputation or other characteristic must be attributable to the specified area, and at least one of the production steps must take place there. Why are these protections so important? Jason Chester is a senior associate and chartered trademark attorney from the intellectual property firm Marks & Clerk, and he joins me now. Welcome to GB News. Why?
Thank you, Michael.
Why are these things important? Let me be provocative and say, are these a restraint on trade? I tend to believe on free trade. Should we be restricting what people can call their product?
I don't think so. I think geographical indicators serve multiple functions. I mean, importantly, they inform consumers that products have certain characteristics and certain qualities. And if we use Scotch whisky as an example, if anyone could call whisky Scotch whisky irrespective of where it's made and how it's made, the market would be completely saturated with all types of whisky. Some could be of an inferior quality, for example. And ultimately, this could damage the Scotch whisky brand and reduce the attractiveness of it, and result in there being a significant reduction in sales. So I think it's very important.
There used to be European Union legislation on this. Of course, people like French wine producers are very keen on this sort of protection. Has that now passed into UK legislation? And if so, is it any different?
Yeah, so from the 1st of January 2021, at the end of the Brexit transition period, the UK has operated its own GI system. Our GI system is virtually identical to the EU system, and in fact, it's been taken from an EU regulation. So really, the main difference is just geographical scope. The EU system covers all 27 member states of the EU and Northern Ireland, whereas the UK system is limited to England, Scotland and Wales. Although what I would say is one of the advantages of having our own system is we can have a look at the protection models in different countries around the world and take the best practices from those so we can create a model that works best for us.
Do you think there are opportunities here, Jason? Should more products be protected in this way? Should more people be applying to be recognised in this way? Should the government be making a push on these issues?
Yep, I think so. The All-Party Parliamentary Group for Geographically Protected Foods published a report last year. And one of the conclusions drawn from that report was that there's a lot of food and drink products that would be eligible for protection that aren't actually protected. And also, it's quite clear that there is quite a significant lack of recognition of what GIs actually are. And the labels aren't recognised by most of the British public, particularly compared to the European counterparts. So I think here the government's got a fantastic opportunity to really engage and collaborate with consumers, producers and industry stakeholders to launch a big campaign around raising awareness of GIs, but also using it as an opportunity to promote British food and drink products and the heritage, culture and traditions that go with it.
So if I am producing a sparkling wine or a cheese, and these are particular to my locality, to my region, how should I apply for protection?
Well, it's typically, applications are typically filed by a group of producers, and it's typically done for an entity such as a cooperative or an association. In some instances, an individual can apply, but they need to satisfy certain criteria. And the application's filed before DEVRA, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. But before applying for a GI, I would recommend seeking some legal advice just to make sure that all the potential issues are navigated through effectively.
Thank you very much, Jason Chester. And I believe that Chester is not, in this instance, a geographical indicator. Thank you very much.